Hello everyone, my name is Art and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at LEGO Star Wars set number 75375. This is the 921 piece Starship Collection Millennium Falcon. Of course, in 2023 we got the release of the Super Star Destroyer, and now, which wasn't under really any branch of sub-theme, and then with the release of the three new ones, the Invisible Hand, the Tantive 4, as well as the Millennium Falcon, the line is now considered the Starship Collection. This is part of the 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, given the 25th anniversary brick, which is at this point included in about just every set that can exist. That is not a play set. But even in those, there are 25th anniversary minifigures, and those have stands with them, so I'm not complaining about it. It's just it's in about every thing that exists. It's a bit much at points now. One really cool thing about this set is that every detail on this set, you can't say that about the other two, is printed. You'll see the escape pod hatches, the different details up here, the other parts of it, the cockpit. It's all printed parts, which is a really nice aspect of it, and I really appreciate that, as I think it adds to the value of this set. With these sets, it's just bricks and pieces, and usually very small pieces, which, you know, these aren't the cheapest sets in the world. This one is $110. There's really not all that much when it comes to extra value, whether that's a minifigure, printed parts, stuff like that. This one has multiple printed parts. Of course, the 25th anniversary brick, the Millennium Falcon plaque, and then all the details that are in this set. They are repeated multiple times, but they are printed aspects, which is really nice. I think the color of this matches the Falcon as perfectly as it can. The dark red inclusions there, and then the light and dark bluish gray throughout it. I think altogether it looks really nice. The thrusters at the back use a long tube piece in translucent blue. I think it looks nice. That was one part of it that was sort of a bit difficult to put together. Overall, the building experience was quite nice. I think the greebling is done well. The different smaller pieces are nice. The other printed escape pod hatch there, the cockpit there. This printed part at the front is used right at the top of the ship, but then this cone piece is just used once throughout the set, and I think overall it looks very nice and is it just displays really nice. I think the scale of these is really the thing that stands out to me most with these midi-scale now Star Wars or Starship Collection ships, is the size of them. I've been collecting Star Wars for a decent amount of years now, and I've never bought a Falcon, which is kind of weird to say with the many releases of it that I've seen. The reason I bought this one was the size of it. It just fits on a shelf for me. I can put it on my desk at work if I like. I could just put it on a shelf, and it doesn't take up that much space, which is really the thing that shines to me when it comes to these midi-scale sets, as well as something like the helmet collection. They're very detailed models. They don't take up a ton of space, which I really appreciate. The biggest issue I think I have with this set, before taking it off the stand and taking a closer look at maybe some of the details at the top, I think is the gaps throughout it. There are a decent amount of gaps at each different hinge and clip. Certain ones are more than others. Now, they're all dark things. It's not like you can see some blue or reds or oranges or pinks or really colors you wouldn't want to see. But there are gaps throughout it. I don't think they take away all that much from the set, but it is important to note that there are gaps here. Some are more noticeable than others, but luckily, when you have those gaps, you don't see anything too unsightly in there. Taking it off the stand, it's an angled stand, which you can see right there, but it just comes off somewhat easily, I guess. I was holding the bottom of the stand, that's why it wasn't coming off. I was really being counteractive there. But there's the stand. It's a bit of a different shape than the other ones. These grill pieces, they do have a second version of them, so you can easily take that off and replace it. It does display that in the instructions. It's not like you're just changing it for your choosing. If you wish to take that off to match other MIDI scale sets, and I'm sure down the line, whatever they do release, I'm sure some might have a brick similar to that. In maybe we get a Venator next year and it has a Revenge of the Sith brick, which of course I don't think we'll get, considering that we didn't get anything for Phantom Menace, even though there were many Phantom Menace sets to include that, but that's another topic for another day. I do kind of wish that this part on the stand was in black. I just think it would look a bit nicer, but since there is gray throughout the set, I don't have that much of an issue with it. I think the stand is perfect. It's as good as it needs to be. Now, taking a look at the ship off the stand, you can see some more details of it, that other version of that print right there. The bottom side is pretty detailed. You know, it's as detailed as it probably should be. There's no printed parts, it's just brick building and plates that build up some nice detail, some nice bulk. Now, it does use a decent amount of that piece count for parts you'll never see. And there are details throughout this, which is nice. In these MIDI scale sets, they do tend to add details that you don't see, but you do see during the building experience, which I feel like I should probably if you buy this set, let you discover it, not just show you it. I think it's quite fun to see that as you build it. But there's the space to attach it, and it just goes in right there. It's very simple to do. Maybe not without breaking something, but it's doable. And there you go. You've got the Starship Collection Millennium Falcon. So overall, I think this set is very good. I think it's just really quite good. Now, I know there has been talk of a lot of people wanting minifigures included in this set, and I think that would be nice to fit on the stand, but I don't think with these it's necessarily necessary. But what I would like to see, I will talk about it in my other reviews for these 3 MIDI scale sets of the reviews, because the other ones I can't say the same about. I do think that this set is worth its price. Now, a lot of it, there are a lot of small pieces, there's not many big parts, and it just does go into the bulk of it, but those small parts do add to the level of detail in this set, which I think is quite high. The thing that I think does have value here is the amount of printed parts you get. The fact that every part here is printed and not a sticker, I think adds value. Looking at the other MIDI scale sets, you just can't say that, and I think that doesn't have that value, having those stickers there, which is more in a line where I'm like, I'd kind of like a figure here, but just to add some value. But I think you get all the value you need from the parts that you get. And overall, I think it's very nice. I think on a shelf it'll look great, and I think it's just a great update of the original MIDI scale Falcon. Of course, this is a lot bigger and bulkier. Not necessarily bigger, but a lot bulkier and more detailed, especially with newer, smaller, and more detailed parts. Overall, I think the Starship Collection Millennium Falcon is a really great LEGO Star Wars set. I'd highly recommend it at the $110 Canadian price. I would say it's worth it, but I'm sure that you will see this on sale, and whether that sale is a promotion or actual money off this set, I think going for it then would be better. There's nothing here overly exclusive that you'd like to get right here, right now. But I do think this is a really great set. I'd highly recommend it, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you in the next one.